up with this loud fan in the background at what they call ungodly hours. See, I don't really refer to them as that because I just try to get near to God at any hour. It don't matter. But right now, I just got right on my mind. What's this? Sunday, July 18th, 2021, 3 something a.m. Um, pretty much been up since, well, I did take a nap yesterday, but I've been up since like 6 something yesterday morning. Because I got up to cut the grass and stuff like that. Didn't feel like it, but I was like, let me go ahead and make some moves. Got it done. Lawnmower like they had conked out. It's acting crazy. But yeah, when I lay back down, took a nap, had woke up from a dream, and of course, see my daughter's face in there, and she was saying something in there, and that just kind of like irritates me all over again, just the whole situation, because I'm just still like, how can somebody make a phone call? Well, it started before the phone call, but you make a phone call and get my child removed from my household. You're not even at my household. You don't even get your own children. Um, you do that. I mean, if that's what happened or whatever, I don't know. I don't know the details because there's always been lies circulating. It's always been deceit. It's always been games played and side conversations and stuff like that. And it's just like, wow, y'all sit around, y'all hate on people so much. Like y'all don't got nothing else better to do. Don't want to encourage. Don't want to use that energy and encourage people, uplift. Just want to hate and want to. Basically get stuff started. Cause I'm telling you, when you play with my children, you interfere and you know what I'm saying, do some crazy stuff. And I know I didn't. For one, I definitely didn't do that to nobody's kids. I didn't do that to grown kids. I still don't really play with nobody's emotions and things like that. But I don't play with nobody's kids. And so, I don't know. I don't know why God is truly allowing this to happen. He did speak to me regarding, of course, in the earlier days regarding all of my children. But specifically, this one coming in my dreams, not coming in like she's trying to enter into, who knows, though. But in my dreams for a reason, for a purpose. And so I just leave it at that. Of course, I always pray and just trust God with the rest. But I'm really feeling a little weary about it because like it's been so long, and like this is a household that you are safe at. Like you're not. I not like everything about it. Don't have all the material things, whatever, whatever. But this is a household you're safe at, and so I don't know. I'm just tripping on that. The phone call, the whole thing, that even got me positioned to. I don't want to say get out the way, but I guess for them to feel like they got me out the way for a little while and they can maneuver how they want. It was just, ooh, for all that or whatever. And like I said, looking back, nobody's kids did I ever play with. Anybody's children that came to my household, period, I ain't play with. I try my best to watch over very well, just like I watch over my children. Um, So I don't understand it. I've been careful with people's kids, or I won't let nobody's kids come over here if I know I'm not going to be careful, if I'm not going to be, utmost paying attention, or I'm going to have to mess around. And this is the thing, it's not about, people just feeling like they don't have certain stuff going on around my kids, unsafe or whatever. It's just a simple fact that it's a lot more of the disrespect and the disregard regarding me when it comes to children that I carried and birth I had, you know what I'm saying, and I done took care of this whole time. Um, and then that's the thing. I hop on here with one thing I want to discuss and talk about this, but God is always like focused. He really is focused on me, and I'm grateful for that. And I'll be listening, but I'll be like, Lord, but my child is right over here. But you don't want to you don't want to allow your children or anybody to cause you to miss God. The thought of them, the actions towards them, anything. You don't. I mean, my kids know. All three of them know. My mama will run to her room, go in her room, do whatever she need to do when it comes to getting right with God, staying in line, making sure that she's staying prayed up. Absolutely. They was rarely home by themselves unless I had to work or whatever, but it would seem like they was always home by themselves because I be in the presence of God. So, when I stay and I remain, and then of course, I want him when I come out of that room. I want him with me even then. So, it's a gas smell up in here because of that. I put the gas can under the house, so I guess coming through the vents or whatever is strong, but. Earlier I had an experience and messed around and ordered some McDonald's. It was not good. Through Grubhub and this dude, I'm gonna upload it. I'm gonna put his picture on here anyway, but I'm gonna upload even the clip of him. He was doing some suspicious stuff. I don't know what he had going on, but I don't appreciate it. It's Sufu or something, whatever his name is. He was doing some other stuff. The devil be bound. I don't know what he thought. Now, you know what I'm saying? Even thinking about it, talking about it, pissing me off a little bit because trying to do something he ain't got no business. Sir, go on. I got to change my stuff or whatever. But anyway, so always on the topic of my daughter, in a dream she had on this, like, the same shirt that I've seen her in a couple times since she been gone and that I last seen her in. And I hugged her and stuff like that. But her hair was different and, it was some other stuff. Like, I just really still can't. I don't understand it fully. I barely understand it partially, but, I don't know. When this guy, I want you to call him this guy or I can call him sir, but I'm sorry. This dude had his child over here, and he was the one. I think the mom reached out like, where my baby at, this and the third, and he was the one, didn't reach back until the next day, and just basically bracing and preparing himself for her to come get her child. And he told me about it, and I encouraged, okay, she want her child, and that baby need to be able to be with her mom. Period. I don't know. I just even what I'm saying. The dad chooses to leave, play games, walk away. You know what I'm saying? Be in different households. Be a so-called Rolling Stone. That's on. I feel like that's on you. That's what you chose to do. You wasn't. You're not trying to be mature enough for responsibility. Stick around raising children, whatever the case is. But if that parent is reaching out for their child, go ahead. So I encourage, say, okay, well, she want her child. What's up? Didn't know the next day, Of course she was coming. She came and got her child. I wasn't a hindrance. I said, yeah, I'm not a hindrance at all. I'm not even pretty much not gonna hand you your child. I watched over while she was here, best as I could, and still continue with my children. But, I'm not stopping nobody from getting their child. And I'm not trying to be funny when I say this, but especially a child that I didn't really know existed until I knew. And, and I wouldn't have chosen that. I wouldn't have, what I'm saying? But that part is neither here nor there. Period. I wasn't a hindrance. I ain't stopped nobody from getting their child. As far as, the other parent is involved, I tried to help and speak up on behalf of that and just ask, ask what was the best interest of the child, but I ain't trying to keep nobody's child or whatever, my baby. I'm gonna just keep it real. They ain't my kids. You ain't gotta go home, but you got to get. I was playing. But no, seriously, I don't do that. That was one. Then the other one, of course, and then never hindered and never stopped. You know what I'm saying? Um, and then didn't regarding the fathers of my children, the dads, father, whatever you want to call them, of my children. I didn't stop them. Something separated them, and I don't even want to call it division, but separated and removed them from their children. And a lot of it was, to me, their own selfish actions and stuff like that. And that could be the case with me regarding my child. Like I said, I had something that happened, but there was other stuff going on before I did what I did. But I don't know if just mine just sealed it and that's just what it was or whatever. But um, they chose that. I did not choose that. I didn't choose to be away from my. I might choose to go in another room away from my children, but I don't choose to be away from my children. Not none of them, not a one. I deal with all my children differently, but still equally. According to their individual personalities. Of course, behavior is a factor too. But I deal with my youngest son different than I deal with my middle son, my middle and oldest, which is he's the oldest son, but middle child. And I deal with my daughter different than I deal with my boys, and then collectively I could deal with them, in a similar manner, but I don't know, man. Trying to weigh down on my heart. Anyway, was watching Tina's documentary earlier. That was pretty good. If I ever had a spirit animal, baby, she definitely spirit animal. Yeah, I relate to her. I relate to some of the stuff she carried and dealt with regarding Ike Turner, and I'm glad to see she in her happy place or whatever. But I did see she had on a black wedding dress. That's what it looked like, and that was just different. That stood out to me. Like a lot of other things, her chants and Buddhism and things like that. But on a different type of level or on certain aspects, I can definitely relate. Strong woman, got some strength and went through a lot or whatever regarding a man. And me, I've been through a lot regarding males, and God, somebody beyond tired of that, and especially for somebody that really just should have put a hand in, or I'm gonna say kept a hand in. But if you really didn't want your hand in to begin with, or you really didn't want your resources taking care of my child to begin with, can't never say you was ever for me. And so yeah, like all of that, it's trying to take me somewhere. It's definitely got me, at points in time pissed off, and the female that's involved too of just continuing to keep my child and stuff like that. Like you to me, you're less of a woman. You're not a woman when it comes to stuff like that. You didn't have your own female child. That's not my problem. And for you to sit around and try to raise my child with your son, it's like incest. It's like y'all the mom and the dad, and basically, you know what I'm saying, you should have bent over, or you should have did whatever it was I did to conceive my child. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't know. Every day it doesn't sit well with me, but every day I do still give God the glory and give Him the praise, because it is what it is. I feel like I did participate in something that got me in this situation. Um, got me feeling like that. I can't sit here and be in denial, because I just don't. I really don't have time to sit around and be lying to myself, for one, lying to God, and fronting like it ain't nothing. Like I didn't, at least by the feeling, God can say otherwise. I'm like, no, you ain't did nothing. But I'm not saying that's what He's saying. I can look back and see. I can look back, of course, before this happened, the week before, what my actions was, and then some of the feelings that I was feeling, some of the dreams that I was having. But I think That's all I can look back to is that part. I can't really look no further. Well, if I do, I can, but it's like if I look further, I just can't see where I played a role in it because I'm just sitting here like, oh my goodness, like no. Love my child, want my child with me, did everything I could to try to ensure. Asked for so much help over and over and over and over again from the people that I laid down with. Did not try to go and seek help much from anybody else because people do be having a little stuff attached. They'll tell you they're gonna help you, but then they, you know what I'm saying? It's not. It's conditional. So it's conditional on whether you do what they say and what they feel like they want you to do. And I can't. Um, long time ago, tried to make sure that I included her dad in, and it was like, I just wasn't taken seriously. So that's all I can say is to God be all the glory. I miss my child. I'm gonna say that probably every time I hop on here. Love my daughter. Definitely continuously praying for her safety, hedge of protection, and that be that. Um, yeah, I still have to tend to my children that's still in here. Love them, and I think, my middle child is not suffering, but just I realized how you got your oldest, you got your youngest, and then you got your middle child who's just like just existing, and hopefully he does know and is reminded that he's loved. And I probably see this is what I do now. I try to email him because I want him to develop some a sense of responsibility and just checking emails and stuff like that on a regular. So I probably email him, just tell him how much I care for him and love him and stuff like that. And, I'm sitting right here in the house. I have done it. I'll go in there and I'll sit and I'll let him know that you are loved, and then explain to him, how I'm going through this stuff and have my emotions about my oldest child being gone from this household, but, I still care for y'all, period. And see, that's why I'm just like, Lord, I don't know. I don't know what the result, what the end is going to be. I don't know, why it's like this, why, if I do believe in reaping what you sow, and that's one thing I can look around and say, I did not withhold my child from anybody with bad intentions, with arrogance, definitely with confidence that I'm the mama and I'm gonna make these decisions. So, I don't know why I'm dealing with this fully. I can't sit and be in denial or whatever. But that partially or that part, I just be like, Lord, so what? That right there, what I did, that shouldn't even affect nothing regarding my kids. But, I don't know. One thing for sure and for certain, sin, it affects everything. It really does. And it's just something. But, I hope that I would have a good relationship, a decent, I don't want nothing mediocre, but definitely good, decent, and or better. And, was trying to operate in that for a while. 9 years. And like I said, what I thought anyway, but, the other party in the relationship said and felt otherwise. And so, wasn't happy and whatever. And a lot of times to me, I still don't feel like you're not happy, not because of me. That's something that's either within or something else that you're allowing, or doing or whatever. So, I'm not, it is what it is. Until this day, I just still can't take the blame because I know I didn't get involved with nobody else. I didn't cheat. I did sleep with another male, and I did. I came together and I was praying with this male and everything, but not before I was trying to pray with the one that was right here in my household and in my face. So And that one just kept running out and all types of other stuff. If I go on and on, that's a whole encyclopedia, a whole volume of things that I can explain. But I always try to start at home and work with immediates and stuff like that before I branch out at all. And that's my thing with males. Don't give me no reason, or don't give me no leeway or whatever to have to reach out and talk to anybody else. And my thing is too, I wasn't even reaching out and talking to somebody else on no personal level, trying to be in a relationship. I was strictly trying to pray with this person like a prayer partner and other things. And I think that person became attracted to me, and then almost tried to convince me that he's who God has for me. Um, I was gonna say I'm not even quite sure that he's wrong about that, but I don't feel it. I don't think it's anything. I do know that he was a special person in my life, and definitely appreciated what he's contributed. But I do feel like he tried to take something away from me as well. So and or succeeded in taking something away from me. So who knows? But oh man, it's been rough, it's been tumultuous, and that's what Tina Turner, that's what I can relate. Like, dang, can we just get a break when it comes to relationship wise? Like, mm, 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 mm. So there's that, and there was some other things that I was gonna mention. I'll probably mention them in another upload. Oh, excuse me. I need to be asleep anyway, but I really couldn't go to sleep, and I'm not. Well, I took a nice nap earlier, so I understand that part, but I'm not really one that really loses sleep like that. And I'm just laying here the whole time, turning on the TV, turning off the TV. Just couldn't go to sleep. It was bothering me. Right now I'm in my room. I don't like even being in my room like that. Well, there's a different reason about that. That's because of the heating and air, the HVAC situation mainly. But still, I don't know. It just feels like something is off. Of course, my daughter's gone. Being I'm out there mowing the grass with me and my neighbors or whatever. And not so neighborly neighbors at that, but neighbors, they walk by, the ones who had all the drama and whatever popping off a couple weeks ago, walked by and just gave me this look like, okay. And I'm looking back like, I'm feeling like, they trying to flash a smile, or one of them trying to flash a smile, but just looking over here, like there's nothing over here for y'all, so what's up? That's how I feel. Maybe that ain't how I should take it, but that's how I feel. Like, y'all don't speak to me, I don't speak to y'all, and I'm good. And the time that I have tried to speak to people and be a good person, they act like it's well received, but then they feel a type of way. And I was like, oh well, that's not my problem. So they was going handling their business, I guess. I don't want to put their business out there or whatever, but not that they didn't put it all out there already. But anyway, he gave me that look, and I don't do them looks, honey. Like, and especially just keep looking. Baby, you look straight ahead. You don't, it's no reason for you to look over here at all, period. And the other one threw a look too, and I'm just like, it's nothing over here for y'all. That's all I feel. That's what I feel right now, and that's what I felt then. So I'm looking back, but I'm still focused on what I'm trying to do. And so, that's the other part that upsets me, because it's like, it was a male, I don't even want to say man, I have to use that really loosely. There was a male here, and he was telling another male that was in that same household that they came from, don't come over here, but he didn't even really say it loud. And then, you know what I'm saying? But then he didn't come over here. So it's like, how you telling somebody else don't come over here, but I understand about you. You got children there, so you don't want this, that, and the third, but you got to do more than just speak that you don't want the mirror like, wait a minute, what's going on? But that you gotta do more than just speak that you don't want somebody over here. You gotta actually show. But he never did, and so it's not obvious. But I do think that it is a deal breaker. Like, okay, you want to sleep on but you don't want to put your actions to it. I mean, we was already doing that for a long time. It's not that I didn't realize it or whatever. It was, okay, it was just that one foot in, one foot out type thing. It was like sometimes I'm gonna do it, or while I'm here, he'll say it while I'm here, and I'm just like, oh, that's disgusting. But anyway, in my eyes and by my memories, I don't care for that. That's what happens. And try to put my foot down, do what I do, but he doesn't want to work certain stuff, and it ain't nothing I can do. I'm not gonna be speaking on him too much, except for the fact that, you know what I'm saying, you made a phone call and my daughter was up out of here. You made another phone call and lost my job, and so-called, you said, you'll take a certain responsibility if I had a job and all this stuff, but it was the same one that said, I like you being at home with my kids, and I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? So if you can hear me and understand that, then that's a little of what I dealt with, but it was much more, it was depth to it. There was levels to it. There was so much confusion and chaos. And, and it's the thing though, with all the confusion that came, I didn't partake and dive in and dabble in the confusion, but it did. It tried to throw me and put my mind on different tracks and stuff. And you know what I'm saying, but I'm still not a fool. I'm not stupid. Again, I can always say, have I done stupid and foolish things? I have. But overall, definitely, I like wisdom. I like to operate and be a wise person. I like to be a cautious person. Well, I like to be a cautious person, but sometimes it's just not always comfortable being so cautious. But, oh man, my child. It almost trying to convince me that I gave my child away, or I gave my child. I can't say over to the enemy, but in this case, I don't fool with them. You know what I'm saying? With at least the opposition, the ops, yeah. And yeah, that's devastating. If that's what I did, that's what I, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't like when people do stuff like that. I really don't even try to look at nobody else. I know their situation. They hold from beginning to end, whatever, middle, in between. But that's devastating for me because I feel like I fought so hard. Why would you fight so hard to protect and watch over your kids and make sure that they remain with you and make sure that you ain't no deadbeat, and you know what I'm saying? Just for your child to be in the hands of somebody else. And I've thought about what is it, what can I do? But it's also when you got 2 other children. I mean, I felt like I was, in between a rock and a hard place. Again, that's the deal. That's not necessarily what it is, but I don't know what it is. I really don't. I just know that when I go to even be about to shed tears about the situation, God will lift up my head. He won't let a tear dry, And I done shed some tears on some stuff, but this right here, you won't even let me really cry about it or whatever. But it's positive to me because it's like, it's more than fighting words. This is, these are fighting actions that y'all done took. And it just makes me so upset because, like, honey, have your own. Like, why didn't you have, God didn't allow you to have your own child, daughter, whatever. That's not my problem. That's not your child. That's what I just don't. I can't stand. Ooh, my goodness. Oh, Lord. I'm telling you. However many times I got to in front of my child. Just have to speak to God and just, if I had peace and I lost peace regarding that situation, go back to him and get some more. He's full of it, he don't never run out, so asking for peace. I'm asking for even comfort when it comes to that. I've definitely been asking for breakthrough. I'm thankful for the last breakthrough that I did get, but I thought it was going to go in a different direction and it didn't. So I got as soon as I got the breakthrough, I still got disappointed. But yeah, I want the blessing. When God bless you, He has no sorrow. I want the blessing with no sorrow. On that day, I felt blessed, and maybe I just added sorrow to myself, but I don't know. He definitely allowed it to be some sorrow there, or like some definitely disappointment. But oh man. Oh yeah, and then not to mention my daughter just kept coming up like her birthday came up. One of my sons mentioned her, or like, oh, when she was here, we did this, we played hide and seek and something. Then there was something else about her. Of course, I had the dream, and then I thought it was something else, but this really just sucks. Yeah, when I was younger, I went to stay with my dad, and I don't, like I said, to this day, I don't even know why I had to go. But I wanted to come back. I wanted to go back home, period. And it's not that they mistreated me or anything like that, but it was that I just didn't feel like I didn't belong. I felt like home was where I belong. And with my daughter, it seems like she more so feels like that's where she belongs, and maybe she felt like she didn't fit in or fit here or whatever. But anyway, it is what it is. Okay, I'm going. I'll probably talk about the other topics tomorrow or something.